going to be showing you 3 super easy, super last minute Halloween looks. So I'm starting all of these looks after I've done my base. So my foundation, concealer, powder and eyebrows are all done. So I'm starting out with eyeshadow and I'm using my I Heart Makeup Rose Gold palette. I'm using this red shade and I'm just putting it all over my lid and under my eye, and I'm doing it quite dramatically. I'm then taking the black from the Soap palette and putting it in my crease. I'm then going back into the Rose Gold palette and using my finger in the sparkly red colour all over the centre of the lid to make it a little bit more shimmery. I'm then going up with a clean fluffy brush and just cleaning it all up. I'm now going to add some winged liner and some mascara. I'm using my new Marc Jacobs mascara that I got sent by Influencer, which I love. I'm now adding some highlight and then onto lips. For lips, I'm using my new Barrier Matte Me Up liquid lipstick in the shade Freak Show, which is basically black. But then I rubbed out the centre on my top and bottom lip and filled it in with Maybelline's Divine Wine and kind of made it fade a little bit, so it was black on the outside and red on the inside, and I thought this looked really cool. I then added a bit of this red glitter from the Rose Gold shade. This shade is so cool. It's like a glitter but like all pressed. But when you put it on your lid, it's glitter, not an eyeshadow pigment, if that makes sense. And that's it for the makeup. So I then just backcombed my hair and popped in some devil horns. The idea behind these 3 looks is that you could quickly do your makeup before you go to the party or the night out or the Halloween event that you're going to, and then pop to the supermarket on your way there and pick up whatever headdress matches the makeup you've chosen to do. Almost everywhere you go to has devil horns and cat ears and stuff like that, so I'm sure you will find something. So now onto the second look. So this one is going to be a cat. Again, I've done my base and I'm just adding a bit of highlight. For my eyes, I'm going to be doing a kind of greeny yellowy look because I think that kind of reminds me of a cat's eyes. Like a black cat on Halloween would tend to have very greeny, yellow, piercing, scary eyes. So I went for that on my lids. First of all, I'm using this green from the Silent Disco palette by MUA and I'm just popping this all in my crease. I'm now using this green shade from the Soap palette just to darken up the crease a little bit. Neither of these were really coming out as dark or pigmented as I wanted them to, so I decided to add some of the black from the Soap palette as well. I then went back into that green shade and used my finger and it worked much better. It was much more pigmented when you use your finger. I then went into this gorgeous yellowy greeny colour from the Rose Gold palette. I am obsessed with this and it is so pigmented. And I popped this in kind of the inner corner, but then I ended up spreading it basically straight across the eyelid because it was so pretty. I am obsessed with this. I think I will be wearing it all the time now. I then popped some of the green shade from the Soap palette under my eyes and added some winged liner. I did mess up a little bit, but I cleaned it up with a wipe after. Again, I absolutely love how this eye look turned out. I think at this point I actually forgot to put mascara on, but we'll just ignore that. I then went on to do the nose, and what I did with the nose is take the black from the Soap palette and I just sort of filled in like the shape of my actual nose. Like I followed the shape of my nose. You can kind of see what I mean. I think this is the best way of doing it. I don't really like it when people sort of put a little circle on their end of the nose. I don't think that looks as good. I think it looks much better if you fill in like the tip of it. Anyway, so then I added some whiskers. I think it's best to do this with a eyeshadow rather than an eyeliner so you can get really wispy, faded whiskers, and I think they look really nice done this way. And then I added 3 little dots on my upper lip and a little line connecting my nose to my mouth. I just think this really adds to it and looks really cute. And then I went in with my Barrier Freak Show liquid lipstick again and just filled in my top lip. And I'm really happy with this one. Again, I got these ears from a Halloween shop in town for like £2 and I've seen them pretty much everywhere. You can get cat ears almost everywhere you go that sells Halloween stuff. So yeah, now on to the next one. So for this one I'm doing a vampire and I decided to do purple eyelids for this one because it makes you look quite dead, but it's also quite a pretty colour. But to be fair, for this look you can go with any colour on your eyelids. So I'm using the dark purple shade from the Soap palette all over my lid. I used it on my brush first, and then I also applied some with my finger on the centre just to make it a little bit more pigmented and shimmery, and then I took the lighter purpley lilac shade and popped this on the inner part of my eyelid, and this one is so pretty and so nice when you apply it with your finger. So I then decided to add some eyeliner, but instead of just doing a normal flick, I decided to do eyeliner in kind of the shape of a bat. It didn't turn out amazingly, but I am still quite happy with it. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I did add some of the black eyeshadow from Soph's palette in my crease as well, just to darken it up, which I've done for pretty much all of these. I then added some mascara. I did actually remember to on this look. And again, I'm using the Marc Jacobs mascara, and then I added some highlight. I'm using my Barry M Freak Show liquid lipstick again, but this time I'm just using that one, all on its own. I then used a different Barry M Matte Me Up liquid lipstick. I used the red one, and I took a brush and just used a little bit of it to make blood on the corners of my mouth. These liquid lipsticks are quite runny and watery, and this colour works really well for fake blood, although it is hard to get off, so your face will be stained a little bit red. And again, I added a headdress. I think I got this one from H&M last year for like £4 or something like that. I've seen quite a few of these around though, these like bat ones, and I think they work really well for like a vampire look. So those are all of my easy last minute Halloween looks. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you are new. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with another video. Bye!